Today I received a very interesting question. The question says, I heard that you are featured on more than 1,000 albums as a guitarist. Yes, that's very true. So the question is, how do you come up with the guitar melodies? And how do you avoid self-plagiarism? Self-plagiarism is when you start copying yourself. First of all, I would like to say that in African music, guitarists are expected to create their own melody lines in most cases. So, but still, you find out that there are some guitarists who are not good at creating. They are just good at copying. So that's one of the reasons why I've been called so many times and I'm featured on so many albums. I think every guitarist has got his own way of answering that question, so I'm going to answer it in my own way. I started doing session work in 1992. During my first days of doing session work, I would make a mistake of trying to impress the people that are in the studio. So as soon as the song played, I'll just start playing without even thinking, and then I'll create a line and everybody will clap their hands and say, yeah, akapenga. But later on I noticed that number one, I was playing the guitar. I was not playing the song. Meaning, even before I listened to the vocals, before I listened to the flow of the song or the meaning of the song or the mood of the song, I'll just start playing. So I later on noticed that there was a disconnection between what I was playing and the song. And then I also noticed that after some time, some of my guitar lines were starting to sound the same. That's self-plagiarism that this brother of mine is asking about. So it started happening. This is because every instrumentalist, you've got a certain comfort zone whereby if somebody footers you, that's Shonglish now, if somebody footers you unprepared, you simply rush to that comfort zone where you can play even with your closed eyes. That's where you've got some melodies that are ready-made that can fit anywhere on. But the problem with the comfort zone, a comfort zone is always a barren land. Nothing grows on a comfort zone. So you end up repeating yourself because you keep going to the same bank, to the same area. So after noticing that, I came up with a plan where I said I will not play my lead guitar to a song that I don't know before the lead vocals are done. Suppose usually when you're a session musician, you are called to play on a song that you've never heard before. So in such a case, you are forced to just jam when you are supposed to really play the song, not to play the guitar one. So from that time I started insisting that the vocals must be sung first, and then I listened to the song maybe once or twice so that I get into the mood of the song, I get to know the meaning of the song, the lyrics of the song, and the message in the song, so that I create in the context of the song. I would also ask the singer and the producer, if I'm not the producer, what type of mood they want, what type of guitar they want, so that I get into the context of the song and I don't lose the picture. So the reason why I started demanding that I want to play after the vocals are sung is because, number one, I would want to fill in the spaces left by the vocals. You know how it is with when a singer sings, usually they've got pauses in between the melodies where they don't sing, where they keep quiet. I would fill in those spaces in guitar. You know how it is with the singers, if you give them an instrumental, it's very easy for a singer to compose a melody line if they are composers. That's why we now have a rhythm culture where a singer is given a beat and then they just create something on top. So the only difference is that the singer creates something with words, and we instrumentalists who are composers like me, we create melodies that are fit for the instrument and which do not have words. So both of us are composers, but the difference is that the singer is composing for the vocals and there will be words in the melody, and I'll be composing for the guitar and there are no words, because you really need to be a composer for you to create something out of the blue. One rule that I use is I always want to create something that passes the whistle test. And what I mean by the whistle test is that I always want to create something that can be whistled, that somebody can follow with a whistle, that somebody can hum. Not to create something that cannot follow. Because I've noticed that the majority of hit songs, it's songs that have got very simple melodies that you can follow with your mouth, with your whistle, whilst humming. So if you listen to some of my most popular guitar lines that I'm really proud of, like my guitar, like on the song Mapisarema, on Oliver Mtukudzi's Andirudambudziko, on Fungisai, Tende Kudenga, on Japresas, Kure Kure, the one he did with Amara, or Derek Mpofu's Marununaka. I always try to make sure that every melody that I create passes the whistle test so that it's easy to follow. Nemurom. I take a motif of any part of the lead vocals. What we call a motif is the shortest phrase in music. So I take a motif from the vocals and then I develop it and create something out of that motif. I can give an example. For example, the singer is singing Chemtengure, Chemtengure. I can take the last part of it, Chemtengure, and develop it into a complete melody. For example, I've done this so many times. That style is very good. I recommend it a lot because it separates your guitar lines from all the other songs, because the songs have got different melodies. So as a result, if your guitar line is based on the melodies from the lead vocalist's vocals, it means what you play on that song is unique to that song. You won't find that melody line on other songs. At times I even pick a motif from the other instruments, from the keyboards or from the brass section, or even from the drums. You can pick some rhythms from the drums and put a melody on the rhythms and create something new. But basically that's the two styles of guitar melody creation that I've been using throughout my 34 years in the music industry. So I hope I answered your question. So I don't know if I can do a jam session because this was not based on any song. Okay, let me just play something.
Manolio Studio, the harmony of quality and professionalism.